There it is, folks. Flea Land, Kentucky's largest flea market. And you are watching the Flea Land Chronicles. All right, folks, here's a little bit different angle of Flea Land. We're gonna see going in this door here, look at that, Flea Land of Bowling Green, Saturday and Sunday 9 to 5, and that's right. Thanks for keeping Flea Land smoke-free, no pets. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get the door open and start another day. Let's get going, folks. So everybody knows one of the first things you got to do at Flea Land is get you a Dr. Pepper and a couple of bacon biscuits. We're going to pause it and open one of these up so you can see what one of the bacon biscuits at Flea Land looks like. All right, so here's a bacon biscuit now. Yeah, they got some decent amount of bacon on there, so not too bad. These biscuits are actually really fresh here at the Flea Land, and the bacon's good. I get these pretty much every morning because I really like their bacon biscuits, and you got to get 2 of them. Anyway, we'll check back later on today. Now check it out, in this booth we got the blue light special going on. I can't tell if those are quite blue or green. They're bluish green. We got the turquoise special going on, but check out this sweet RC car right here. This is, we were trying to look it up and figure out the date on it. We're guessing that, you know, early 80s at the newest, and then possibly late 70s. So pretty cool stuff. This is one of the other booths down here at the Flea Land. So there's that RC car, and check this out. This Coca-Cola Collector's Edition here. Another nice piece. You never know what you're going to see out here at Flea Land. Some tool pieces, a little fiddle of some sorts, or get a little mini guitar. Yeah, I guess it's like that. Anyway, all kind of cool stuff. You never know what you're going to see at the Flea Land. So come on out, check it out. This is the kind of stuff going on in this booth here. Clothes, lamps, and this is actually, I think, 4 booths. There's 2 here and then 2 next door that all go together. Let's get a look at the one next door. Try not to get any customers. So they got their stuff displayed in these bins, like these banana boxes, which is always a great storage bin, especially the way they got this. I like the way they're making use of those banana boxes. Why not? So they got, that's how they got this whole booth set up here on the other half of it. So anyway, never know what they're going to pick up. They're always picking up merchandise in these couple of booths here down aisle D.
Yeah, well, I was trying to figure out which one that one was, because he's got the brown hair instead of the blonde hair, but his paint job is phenomenal. He works great, so. And he's got all his weapons, which is hard to find.
Right, yeah, that's plus his armor's not broke.
Right. Yeah. Well, somebody, one of our regulars told us, he goes, "That's a great price on this, because I sold mine with just the sword for $60 the other day." And we're like, "Well, yeah." I said, "I'd say that is a good price on that, because we only got 55 of them."
Heck of a deal. So look at who come and joined us today. I was eavesdropping on the conversation, but look, it's Keith Ahole. He's made it all the way to Bowling Green, Kentucky, and the lovely Miss Ruthiesrags. So they're up here checking it out. Let's see if we can swing around here. He's taking a look at these vintage toys here. Let's look at Sectar's guy. He's got this He-Man. He was trying to figure out the country of origin. Which country did you say is the rare one?
I don't know if it's necessarily more rare, but there is a Mexican and then a Taiwan.
So the one we have is Taiwan. So I think he was looking for the Mexican one. Davy's asking a trivia question, cousin Davy.
They vary too.
Most of them were made in the U.S. That one says Taiwan,
right? Yeah,
so it matches the figure. These are the ones that came with the figure, but most of the weapons were made in U.S. and shipped to Mexico to go with the Mexican figures.
Yeah, because I was noticing the weapons. Not that I can barely read it.
And we got John here's hanging out checking the conversation, and then we also got Flyin Brian over here doing whatever he's doing in the background.
He's hiding in the corner.
We'll check back in a little bit.
He's being a wallflower.
Just trying to look up some good memes. That's right. Keith A-Hole went all the way to Kentucky to see Cousin Stevie and Bigsteviepump at Rememorabilia Collectibles in Flea Land. And while I was there, I got some vintage goodness. First off, I got this soft-headed Taiwanesian He-Man, complete. His leg bands have been replaced with quality 3D printed bands by his previous owner, and so he's got nice tight legs. Quality items. Also, I got Black Star, can't remember his name, Black Star, with his original glow-in-the-dark sword. Have to turn off the light to see that. It is sparking. Is the sparking working? It does. Is it sparking? There, it's sparked.
Hard to tell.
There you go. See? Okay. Anyway, sparking works. Complete with sword. Then I got the bad guy, the Overlord, also complete with the sword. Not the sparking version. Also his cape. Vintage goodness. Quality items, folks. And then to round it off, I got a Superpowers Robin. Don't know where the camera's looking because my cameraman's just standing still. I might as well have a tripod. Choppy, choppy, choppy. He's in great condition, and he's going to go over here and replace this Robin, because this Robin's actually in quite a bit better condition, and then that Robin's going to go in the Batmobile with Batman. So, if you get to Bowling Green, Kentucky, see Cousin Stevie and Bigsteviepump at Rememorabilia Collectibles.
Alright, so here's the deal. I'm standing at the exact spot where Keith A-Hole was so mesmerized by all of the great values he was getting at Rememorabilia Collectibles that he can't even remember a good friend of almost 30 years' proper name. Everybody knows that I'm Bigsteviepump, not Cousin Stevie. It's Bigsteviepump and Cousin Davy at Rememorabilia Collectibles. You guys know what your new toy destination is, including you, Keith A-Hole.
And here's Miss Ruthiesrags talking to Jimmy about this sewing machine. I had showed this in the video previously. I'd said I think that it did have a sewing machine in it. Well, there's proof there is a sewing machine in it, but they're negotiating or whatever, talking about this. Miss Ruthiesrags, you may remember her from Collect Calls. She collects sewing machines. So anyway, I thought she might like to see this. They come up here to check us out today. So anyway, there's a look in on them with me talking over them. I think Jimmy's talking about how he sanded it himself and refinished it and all that. So, and I'm just talking over it. Anyway, we'll figure out how this negotiation goes.
That she found it when she was doing some work in some bushes and gave it to him, and he goes, "Is it just me, or is this smaller than it used to be?" And everybody goes, "Dude, your hand's got bigger." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I guess so." He didn't even think about it. He's just like, "Oh, it shrunk." Plastic doesn't shrink, man. Your hand's got bigger.
Davy's telling a story about the vintage action figures compared to now, like saying that people's hands are getting bigger. The figures hadn't shrunk. We're just got bigger hands now. Anyway, I was trying to catch the tail end of that. I wished I could have caught it all. Anyway, we'll keep checking back. So here's another booth. Here's like a lot of toys. It looks like a lot of vintage stuff. There's some rocks, like crystals or whatever. Some of this stuff here. You got all kind of toys in here. You got some die-cast stuff. We got some gumball machines. That's pretty cool. Got some stuffed animals here. All kind of stuff. You never know what you're going to see out here at these booths. Like I said, there's all kind of people with all sorts of different stuff. It looks like something for everybody here. Lots of die-cast. A whole entire wall of Hot Wheels, multiple walls. You can see up high probably some of the better chase pieces, older pieces or whatever. So a lot of good stuff up there. Some loose cars, some train sets, all kind of cool stuff. You can see some loose figures. There's a Mankind. I see a Mick Foley sitting on the shelf there. Some other loose figures, a Fred from Scooby-Doo. Yeah, several loose figures. Anyway, you never know what you're going to see out here at Flea Land, but this is just another look at one of the other booths. Darth Vader helmet. Like I said, a bunch of Hot Wheels stuff. Let's see, what do we got over here? A bunch of monster trucks. Yeah, people definitely like monster trucks. That's pretty cool. We've got a very nice selection of monster trucks down there. All kind of older vintage stuff. Some nice display cases, some old spoons, stuff of that nature, some coffee mugs, some glassware. Yeah, some old Tonka trucks. That's cool. That'll definitely remind somebody of being a kid there, at least somebody my age anyway. All kind of cool stuff. Some dinosaurs. Lots of kids like dinosaurs. That stuff always sells. I think that's, I don't know if that's a Mr. Potato Head or something. I don't know if that's Veggie Tales or what. Looks like something like that. Anyway, we'll keep checking around and seeing what some of the other booths have to offer. So check this out. You got rugs. Looks like 8x10 rugs for 99 bucks. 9x12's 129, and that's a big rug. That goes all the way to the ceiling there. You can see. And it looks like they take square. Anyway, 6x9 rugs, 69 bucks. But you can see all kind of rugs. You know, you just never know what you're going to see. There's some turf type rugs or outdoor type rugs there. Anyway, we'll keep moving along. He's talking to some customers, so we'll keep going. So even more, this is part of that, the rugs I was just showing. This is more of it. And they even got, you know, different kinds of floor pieces or whatever, like all kind of big, you know, nice, I guess like Oriental style rugs, or I don't know if they're Persian or Oriental. I'm not really sure on that. I'm not a big rug expert. I just know they got a bunch of them out here, but all kind of cool patterns and stuff. I guess these are just like little small doorstep style rugs, but you can see all this is part of the same thing I was just showing. And there's like even like this looks like animal skin rugs. Yeah, I'm not sure if that feels, yeah, it feels like the real deal. I'm not sure if it is or not. Yeah, I mean, with that price, I imagine that it is. They're $269 for these skins here, these skin style rugs. Anyway, you can see this big table, all kind of stuff. So all these rugs go to this same booth here. Anyway, let's go on down here and see what else is happening. So here we're getting some footage of Cousin Davy talking to, oh, look at that, Deadpool head's going off. I'm trying to get footage of Cousin Davy. So what we got there is, you got on the left there, you got the real JC.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm like a ninja, dude.
Yeah.
And on the right, you got J-Man there. So these are a couple of my regular customers. Cousin Davy, listen to what he's dropping some knowledge.
As he does. They didn't have any choice. They didn't realize there was going to be such a huge demand for them.
Yeah.
So at Christmas, Kenner sold a box that was called the Early Bird box. It was an empty box. It had a little like Jedi Knight card and some different things like that in it. And then you mailed in the thing, the rest of the package, and they sent you out the display stand and 4 figures.
Okay.
So this is commemorating that for the 40th anniversary of something that they did.
Well, that's sweet. May have to get that.
But the Vader, I mean, that's what you're going to pay for Vader by himself anyway, so that's a good deal.
Yeah, that's sweet.
I'm hoping the audio picked up on that. I was trying, look at that, the J-Man there. Was, what's up, man? I was trying to get some footage of Davy, Cousin Davy, dropping some knowledge there, some Star Wars knowledge.
Yes, he does.
Anyway, there's,
Yeah.
so we'll get a little footage of these guys. They're looking around, coming to get some figures. Listen to that.
The greatest of all time. Flea Land.
Nice. I may get some more footage here in just a minute. Here's some bonus footage of the real JC and the J-Man there. They're checking out this loose Star Wars vehicle.
This piece right here.
Push the button behind the cockpit on the top.
This?
Yeah.
Oh, so it drops down. Okay.
The missile launcher, the missile's missing.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, there's some, uh-oh, the lights are flickering. It's coming down pretty heavy outside. It's storming. Yeah, we'll get some more footage of the Star Wars wall. We hadn't caught this lately, so here's you got that Princess Leia. Look, we got Grogu peeking out. Now, folks, we do not buy coins and jewelry. Kentucky Treasures does. Sadly, it's getting late in the day, and it's storming really bad, so he actually just closed up his shop, so I can't show you any of Kentucky's treasures. Hopefully, I can get some tomorrow, but there's some Solo right by the fire extinguisher. You know you always need a Solo poster right by the fire extinguisher. Anyway. So that's what we got going on, and the real JC's looking at Legolas here, trying to decide he's in a Harry Potter he's got.
Harry Potter, the Legolas from Lord of the Rings.
Because you can build a Sauron, so he's got to keep getting them. He picked up Gimli a week or two ago, and so now he's needing Legolas, and we got the other ones coming there. So
Nice.
Anyway, like I said, we'll keep checking back. There's Jimmy off in the distance. He's talking to a couple of customers there, so we'll get some footage of Jimmy. He's talking to somebody, trying to make a deal. So check out this booth right here. This booth where they've got all kind of Hispanic stuff, all kind of cool shirts. There's a lot. It's getting kind of crowded here, so I don't know how great I'm going to be able to look at some of this stuff. But they got boots. They got all, you know, hats back there in the background. Like I said, Flea Land's starting to get a little bit busier, but you can see all of this kind of stuff that they have. This is actually a really big booth. Let's go over here and look at some of these boots here. So look at the just all kind of boots that they've got. There's a painting, a big speaker. I think that's just where they're playing music. I don't think that's actually for sale, but a lot of these Hispanic style shirts, you know, clothing. But this is a pretty huge booth. This is like 4 or 5 booths wide that they've got here. So this is one of the vendors. A lot of people come specifically to this vendor right here. This is down aisle D. So really cool booth, and they got poles to get all these shirts. They got shirts almost all the way to the ceiling there. Look at that, Honduras, USA. They got, looks like different soccer themed shirts and everything. So some anime shirts, a lot of cool stuff here in this booth. They even have, here we go, you come down here to where they got the women's clothing. There's soccer. Obviously soccer's huge, the world's most popular sport, football. Anyway, got some little guitars here. More boots, like I said, hats. They got hats. They got mannequins showing off some of their clothes. But this is, look at that, even a little boxing set with a little mini bag and some boxing gloves. Hello Kitty stuff, which is always popular. But yeah, they got all kind of little mannequins out here. Like I said, it's literally a clothing store here in the middle of Flea Land. Look at their flashing open sign. They're open, folks, down aisle D. Anyway, come check them out at the Flea Land. And here's John and Brian. Brian's hard at work again today, folks, as you can see there. I got these chairs up here so people can just come and hang out and chill for a bit, and they want to chat with cousin Davy, or they might want to chat with me, or they might want to chat with each other, so you just never know. Anyway, that's what we got going on here at Rememorabilia Collectibles on this slow Sunday afternoon.